Hi, here is Sam, and today I'd like to explain you some quite recent slackline tricks. They're called the circle surfs and the push surf. So what's important for these tricks is to have the right setup for them. So for both I take a slackline of maybe 40 to 80 meters length, and then it's all about the timing. Because for a circle surf you need to have a slackline that bounces up and down in the same time as to the left and to the right when you surf it. And for the push surf, you can also imagine like an infinity surf. The timing is totally different, so it takes twice the time to go left and right than to go up and down. So to have a one-to-one timing that you need for the circle surfs, you need to have quite some tension in the slackline, maybe 5 kilonewton or so. And for the push surfs, you need to have something between a rodeo line and a long line, so much less tension. So go for like 1 kilonewton or so. If it goes to the left and the right too fast, then just detension a bit more and try around a bit with different tensions and see what fits best to you. So now we have the right setup. And now is the question how to get into these kind of surfs. I will first explain the push surf. So the push surf, always when you're at the edge of the slackline, you kind of push down. Now the principle is similar like a half pipe. Imagine a skateboarder in a half pipe. He will push down, and because of the form of the half pipe, he will be pushed to the side. And the same thing happens on the slackline. You push down on the edge and it will be accelerated to the middle. So you don't need to try to surf the line anymore, but you only have to bounce it in the right timing. So always when you're at the edge, bounce down. Wait until it goes to the middle and then bounce down again and bounce down. And that gets you in a much bigger surf than if you just try to surf normally. And there are like the two versions of this push surfing. It's like the figure eight surf or the infinity surf. Just imagine the infinity sign of mathematics. It's like this, so we call it the infinity surf. Or sometimes it also happens to have this kind of movement. How to start that surf? I would recommend don't even try to surf at the beginning. Just try to bounce the line, and automatically you will not be 100% straight. What you do normally when bouncing is you try to keep the line straight and you fight against every move to the side. But now that you want to get into the surfs, just don't try to fight these mistakes anymore. Just accept the little mistakes to the side and go with the line. Go with your whole body with the line, and then you bounce, and the more you bounce, you will suddenly feel the timing at what moment you have to bounce. Always at the edge. And the movements will get bigger and bigger and bigger. And now it's also important, don't let it get too big, because otherwise it will become really difficult. Just go small at the beginning. Just like half a meter to the left, half a meter to the right, and so on. Just go with little movements and just keep trying to get these little movements really perfect before you go bigger. Otherwise, if you go too big too fast, you will always fall, and that's a bit frustrating. Let's switch to the circle surfs. Here to start surf movements, if you want to push the line to the left, you start like with normal surfs. So you put the arm to the right and the slackline will be pushed to the left. Then you take your arms to the left and the slackline will be pushed to the right. And now also here start really small, pushing. So here you really start with surfing and not with bouncing. And as soon as it feels good, then you start to make small bounces. Because if the bounces are small, it's much easier to correct the little mistakes in the slackline with your knees. If they get too big, it's more difficult to control. And here, if you're not perfectly in the circle, normally something with the tension of the line is wrong. You can still correct it with your knees, it's not impossible, but you have to be really precise. So it's easy to adapt the tension, to really go to the exact right tension where it feels perfectly right to go to the circles. And what you can also try, if you don't always want to change tension in the line, First try to circle surf the line in the middle, and if it doesn't work, if the movements are too flat, go a bit more to the edge and you will find the sweet spot where the circles are nicer. And with the one-to-one timing, there is also the option to make a slash surf or a backslash surf. Just play around, try different things, and you will figure out even new things that I've never figured out so far. I would recommend to put both of your feet straight, because this will give you the option to also walk while surfing.